Hello, this is Dr. Morales, and today we are going to go over a sample question for the sixth grade test. And we're going to do question number 2. Now, before I read it, this question is a level 5 question. So the students who are able to answer this type of questions are more likely to score a level 5 on the test. So I'm going to start reading. Mia is buying cranberry juice to make punch for a party. She can buy the juice in 32-ounce containers for $3.84 each, or 48-ounce containers for $5.28 each. Which is a better buy? Explain. Okay, so every time the students have to, in this type of questions, we have to do several things. First, we have two different containers, so we're gonna have to compare, and then we have to explain why our answer is what we selected. Now, this is a multiple choice question, so different choices will give you different explanations. So the students have to be able to know what to do, how to compare these two items, and then the explanation why one answer or one of the containers is a better buy than the other. Okay. So the first thing that we have to do is, in order for us to determine what's a better buy, it is going to be which of these we pay less money per ounce. Okay, because obviously we have a smaller container here, 32 ounces, and we have a bigger container, and the bigger container is gonna be more money because you have a bigger container. So the students need to know that the better buy is not always the cheaper price. So they're not gonna immediately go and pick the $3.84 for the 32-ounce container. No, they have to actually do the math to find out which one is the better buy. Okay, so in order to do that, so the student need to write a ratio to compare how much are they paying per ounce. So the ratio for the 32-ounce container, they will have to just do $3.84 divided by 32. Now this will give them the price per ounce. Now the students are allowed to use the calculator, so this is something that they can put in the calculator and get an answer. But they have to be able to immediately know that they have to set up a ratio when they're comparing. So let's pull up the calculator and let's see how much do we pay. So another thing that the student need to know is that they have to put the price first. So $3.84 divided by 32, and you get 0. I'm gonna put it here, 0.12. Now they have to be able to interpret what does that mean. So it means that they pay, Mia will pay 12 cents. They have to be able to read this as 12 cents per ounce, because this will be 12 cents over 1 ounce. Okay, they don't have to write it like this, but they have to understand that that's what this means. Okay, 12 cents over 1 ounce. So now they have to do the same for the next container, and the next container is $5.28. So we're gonna do it here, $5.28 over 48 ounces. Okay, so once again, let's pull up the calculator, and now we're going to find out how much I pay for per ounce for this container. So $5.28 divided by 48. They also need to know that that line is called division bar, and now I get 0.11, which means that they pay 11 cents per 1 ounce. So now I can see that the 48-ounce container, I'm paying less per ounce than the 32-ounce container. So now I'm ready to look at the choices. Choice A says the 48-ounce carton and the 32-ounce carton are the same value. Okay, that is not true, because we just found out that they're different values. Okay, so A is not an answer. Now B, the 48-ounce carton is the better value, since the cost is, and here's what we did, 5.28 over 48 equals 0.11. Okay, we did that per ounce. The cost of the 32 ounce carton is 3.84 over 32, which is 0.12 ounce, and 11 cents is less than 12 cents. Okay, all of this is true, and this is what we did. So I am going to select this, but I'm going to look at my other choices. Choice C says the 32 ounce carton is the better value, since the cost of 3.84 over 32 equals 12 cents, and the cost of 48 ounce carton is 5.28 over 42 is 11 cents, and 0.12 is greater than 11. Okay, so here what they're trying to see if the student understand that better buy means less money, because here they found, they did the same amount of work, but now they said the 12 cents is greater than 11, which is true, but that doesn't make it a better buy. So C is not an answer. So make sure students understand what do they mean by better buy. And letter D says the 32 carton is the better value, since the cost of 3.84 over 48. Okay, so here they switch. See, 3.84 doesn't go with the 48 ounces. So here immediately we can see the mistake, and hopefully the students don't do that, because you see, when we if they do this, they're gonna get a totally different answer. So D is not the answer. Therefore, the answer to question 2 is letter B. I hope you understand this video, and good luck on your tests.